Again, coming back to the topic of interpreted and compiled, whether Python is an interpreted language or it is a compiled language. So by default, what happens if you run a Python code using IDE or using command line, it will be executed as an interpreted language. But there's an option to pre-compile a Python code also. You can compile the code and then execute it, then it would become a compiled language. So you can run Python as an interpreted language using PyCharm and terminal, or you can precompile the code and execute using terminal. So in the second case, Python becomes a compiled language. And the way we compile it is using the python 3-m py_compile command. So python 3-m py_compile compiles a particular program and creates a .pyc file, which is the compiled version of the actual code. And then we can use the python 3 command to execute that pyc file. Now, obviously the question is, why do you pre-compile a code if Python is an interpreted language? For that, I'll have to bring up the diagram again. So this is how Python architecture is. So if you write a code and then start executing the code, it goes to Python interpreter. What Python interpreter does, there's a compiler which compiles this code and creates a bytecode. So bytecode is actually the PYC file. And then this bytecode is sent to the Python virtual machine, and the Python virtual machine or PVM creates the machine executable code or the binary representation of the bytecode. And then this machine executable code is actually executed in the servers or laptops using CPU, RAM, etc. And this is the job of the Python interpreter. Here, whatever I'm showing you is basically running Python as an interpreted programming language, because it goes through all these steps of compiling, creating bytecode, and then creating machine executable code. So we can actually make it a compiled language also. Obviously, there are advantages, because these two steps, if we pre-compile, then the interpreter will not have to compile the code again. So what would happen is, instead of executing the Python code, if you pre-compile and then send it to the interpreter, these steps will go away. We'll execute the bytecode, which is the .pyc file, and it will be given directly to the Python virtual machine, which will create the machine executable code and then execute it. So as you can see, a lot of steps are skipped by the Python interpreter. So you execute the bytecode is already there, and there's only one step. The bytecode will go to the Python virtual machine and then create the executable code. So obviously it makes it faster. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, how we can run Python as an interpreted code, interpreted language, and a pre-compiled or a compiled language also. So I am at PyCharm, and what happens is that if I run this, if I click on this play button, which will execute the code, and the code only prints two statements. It's a very simple code. Print is basically to print in the console. Now if I execute it, it would go to the Python interpreter. A bytecode would be generated after compilation, and then the Python virtual machine would create an executable version of the bytecode, and then it will be executed, and the output would be shown to us. So if I play this, these are the two outputs, and all these steps that I have mentioned are already being taken care of by the Python interpreter. Whenever we run it from PyCharm, it would always be an interpreted code. But if we want, we can change it and compile it from the command line and execute as a compiled language. So I'm back to the command line, and this is the file that I have, test.py. And if I use python 3 test.py, it will execute the code as it is, and these are the outputs. This is, again, I'm using the interpreted version, so the code is getting executed as an interpreted language, but I can pre-compile it. And this is the command python 3-m py_compile followed by the name of the program. So the compilation is done. Now you will see that we have one more folder named PyCache. We'll talk about PyCache later on. But what has happened is this particular code test.py has been precompiled and a bytecode has been generated. So let me go to PyCache, and here you'll see the bytecode that has been generated, which is PYC, and it starts with the name of the program, which is test, followed by the Python language, and we are using CPython, which is basically Python written in C, and the version of the python.pyc. Now if I take a look at this particular code, it's a binary file, right? So it says that test python 312.pyc may be a binary file. Do you want to see it anyway? So of course I'll have to type yes, and it's gibberish, right? Because it's a bytecode. But if we want, we can execute this precompiled code also, just like we would execute the main program. So instead of test.py, we'll have to mention the .pyc file, and it will show you the same output. Now in this case, because I'm passing the .pyc file, Python is acting as a compiled language, because in this case the interpreter is not executing the compile stage, and it is not generating any bytecode, because the bytecode has already been generated using the precompiled command, which is this one, python 3-m py_compile. We generated the bytecode and then we gave the bytecode to the Python interpreter. So the compile step has been skipped, and the Python virtual machine created the machine executable code, and then the program was executed. So this way we can execute a Python code as a compiled language also. But if you use PyCharm, as I said, the moment you press that play button, it gets executed, so it runs as a interpreted code. We can compile using PyCharm also, but I'll not show you that. So this is a easier option to compile or pre-compile a Python code. Now what I'll do is I'll remove this particular folder or directory, PyCache, for now, and I'll use Python as a interpreted language till the time you go into the module section wherein we'll compile the Python program.